kicking it off the light back on. What is this, an hour? Should I turn the educational blog back on too? I can feel it.
You're back. Looks like you got the intel.
Yes and no. It's a lot more complicated than that. Three six-armed giants reside in the city in the lake. 2 guard the statue, 1 the treasure. What do you make of it?
Riddles. How quaint. Let me think. The city in the lake is clearly Mondstadt. As for the 6-armed giants...
Giant crabs!
Aside from asking just where we would find giant crabs, crabs have 8 legs, not 6.
See, insects have 6, don't they?
Hey, that's smart. A windmill has 6 blades. It fits.
Not all windmills have 6
Wow,
blades.
that makes sense!
So out of the 3 windmills, 2 are close to the statue. The other one is guarding.
Ooh, this one Paimon knows the treasure!
Let's hope it's really that simple.
Come on, let's go take a look around that windmill!
Yeah, I need to turn back on, though.
News conference, they also talked about Cuba. If you could summarize, as well as Miguel Tinker Salas, about what exactly President Trump is saying, what his designs are.
Well, I think it's very clear. We saw that in the national security document earlier on. We saw clearly the Western Hemisphere approach. That is, the U.S. wants to reimpose itself. It talked about a new Monroe Doctrine. To me, it's more like the big stick diplomacy, which is the U.S. will replace whatever government it wants to in the region whenever it wants to. The message is clear to any progressive forces in Latin America. The message is clear to Brazil. The message is clear to Mexico and Claudia Sheinbaum. The message is clear to Cuba that it will be in the crosshairs next. This is about reimposing U.S. military and economic dominance in Latin America, starting in the Caribbean, starting with Venezuela. But the message is very clearly sent to Cuba, to Mexico, to Nicaragua, to any progressive government. And it's also a message of support for the conservative right-wing governments of the region. It's a support for the president of Chile. It's support for the president of Ecuador, for El Salvador, for the president of Argentina. When Trump talked about the presidents that he has endorsed have won. So what he's trying to create is a new coalition of the willing, or in this case of the countries of Latin America that have gone to the right, and impose the U.S. will, but underscoring again national hegemony of the international hegemony of the U.S., economic supremacy, being able to extract all its minerals from the region, talking about oil. So dominating oil is central to what Trump is talking about. And he very clearly, as you pointed out, threw Corina Machado under the bus, saying she doesn't have the support, she will not govern, they will govern. And so she was being manipulated the same way that Venezuela is being manipulated right now.
Yeah, and Amy, I think one quote from the Trump's press conference summed it up for me pretty concisely. He said at one point, and I'm quoting his words, "American dominance in the Western Hemisphere will never be doubted again." This reminds me of the infamous George Bush proclamation, mission accomplished, in the invasion of Iraq. It's very easy for the U.S. military to invade or intervene in a country. It is a lot harder to actually force people to do, masses of people, millions of people, to do what you want. And so this is not the climax of the long-running struggle between oppression and resistance in Latin America. This is actually just another chapter in what will be a long-running saga that's going to unfold over the next months and possibly years.
And Juan, before we wrap up, you were in Panama as a reporter 35 years ago. It was 35 years ago today, January 3rd, that the U.S. took Manuel Noriega forcibly from his country and brought him to the United States. If you can talk about those comparisons, and then again, we cannot forget it's been a month since President Trump pardoned a man who was convicted of narco-trafficking, the former president of Honduras, Juan Orlando Hernandez, sentenced to 45 years in prison. His brother, Tony Hernandez, is already serving a life sentence in the United States.
She doesn't love him
No,
at all.
I think it's clear. I remember spending both Christmas and New Year's of that period, 1990, in Panama, and watching the U.S. invasion. There was a difference there in that the U.S. was already in Panama. It had military bases in the Panama Canal Zone. So the invasion was really was a lot easier for the United States to accomplish then. Here we've seen the build-up now for months of military forces in the Caribbean and all of the attacks on boats and the blockades before and the ordering of all aircraft not to fly into Venezuela. So this was a much bigger buildup. Venezuela is a far larger country. The people of Venezuela are much more politically conscious and organized than were the people of Panama. And so, as I said earlier, this is not going to be a repetition of the Panama invasion that it ends pretty quickly. We're going to see a long, drawn-out struggle in Venezuela, and the rest of Latin America, in one way or another, will have to become involved and take sides in
She
this.
doesn't love him at all.
In
Passion rushing through the clear spring is
for
just
or
a
against
front.
the actions of the
When
United
she's
States.
cold and alone, her true heart is revealed.
Any idea what that means?
Is this some page stripped from a love novel that you just happened to find?
Oh, so it's not a clue. No wonder someone as clever as Paimon wasn't able to get it.
I'm just joking.
Take this more seriously, Kaya.
This riddle is hard to figure out. Clear spring. Is it referring to Springvale? Passion rushing through the clear spring. So when does passion rush through a clear spring? Such inappropriate behavior. I feel like it has been creeping into Mondstadt for quite a while now. Unless that's something you two get up to. Oh, my apologies. I shouldn't judge what one does in...
What's wrong with you? What kind of people do you think we are?
The thing is, if the rushing passion isn't coming from the clear spring, then it's coming from the people bathing. Not a bad idea. Like when there's a waterfall, for example. It appears the solution to this enigma relates to the waterfall behind Springvale. Only the clear spring that blesses Mondstadt can reveal the passion described here. And the heart of the waterfall must refer to the cliff on the left side of the waterfall. I noticed it once when I was out on patrol in the area. The ending, cold and alone, probably has something to do with cryo, which can be controlled by a vision. You should probably take someone who can manipulate cryo with you. It's nothing. If a knight of Favonius couldn't even answer a riddle, how could we be trusted to solve criminal mysteries?
Let's go take a look in Springvale. We'll leave you to your criminal mysteries. No, wait. Leave you to solving your criminal mysteries.
Look for the location of the riddle. Oh, what? Oh, that's way out there. So I need to do... Big time waste. I think I need a bowl of weed soon. That opens up the map like Far Cry. Mint. Okay, that's not too far.
Windblade!
I don't like that you don't automatically heal or use items. I do like the bottomless item pit though.
It's a statue of the Seven! Let's make an offering and see if the gods respond.
Oh. Oh, fuck, it didn't get the area where I need to go. It's a different one. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna take a bowl break. Be right back.